I think when it comes to gaming and music, a lot of people really overlook it, and it baffles me every time. Because a lot of the music's like really good. Even back in the days of the NES, you still had really good pieces of music. Yes, they might have been bit crushed and, but either way, they were still good pieces of music that were composed and everything. But with the technology we have today, oh my god, the type of music that we are able to make for video games, it's incredible. From Mario Galaxy's full orchestral soundtrack, it's amazing to see what we can do with music and gaming and just matching them together. But one example of this is a game from 2019 known as Sayonara Wild Hearts. I don't know if you guys know this, but I like music. I really like it. So when I was watching Yakko's Best Indie Games You've Never Played video, which by the way, shout out to Yakko, you should all go watch that video, it's really good, There was this game he mentioned and dedicated the ending amount of the video towards. It was a rhythm action game, and one I've never really seen before, or at least one I never really pictured would look like, putting rhythm and action together. I never really imagined a game like this, and I never really saw a game like this. It just so happened that I was then introduced to Sayonara Wild Hearts. Sayonara Wild Hearts. Yeah, no, I said that right. It caught my eye. I was kind of blown away. Funny enough though, it wasn't because of the music that caught my attention. It was actually the visuals. Either way though, watching the video, Yakko had sold me on the game already. I bought it just as soon as I could. Sayonara Wild Hearts was developed by Simogo and published by what is it with these fucking indie companies having these long ass names and difficult? Annapurna Interactive. Please, you can tell me if I said it wrong in the comments. I'll just cry either way. Which you might know them for games like Donut County, Outer Wilds, and that top-down adventure game 12 Minutes, among others. Something I noticed while looking at games Annapurna Interactive has published is that a lot of them have received awards, and Wild Hearts is no different. It was nominated for 32 awards across multiple different categories and shows. It won 7 of those awards. One of them was even a BAFTA, a British award. Holy shit. These awards are all super well deserved too, but the game is outstanding. The website best sums it up and describes it as a pop album video game. It's also about an hour long game as well, which to some may be a turnoff, but I think it's perfect for the game and its pacing. So what happens in a rhythm action game, huh? Well, believe it or not, but the story is about love. I mean, it is called Sayonara Wild Hearts, so you'd think that it would have something to do about love, because the heart and... Okay, I'll shut up now, I'm sorry. The game opens up with a somber and calming narration by Queen Latifah. With some Mario Galaxy-esque music in the background. Here we find out the main premise of the story, and I was debating on doing this, explaining it myself, but I think I'll just let Queen Latifah explain.
Long ago, a harmonious universe existed beyond ours, and 3 divine arcana watched over it. But one night, a cursed arcana intersected the astral highways, and along with her star-crossed allies, they stole all harmony and hid it in their vile hearts. Before the divine trio started to fade, they created a heroine from the shards of a broken heart and hoped that she would one day be strong enough to save their world.
And like that, the heroine flies into our main character's room, who we find out in the intro has had her heart violently broken. And from there, we're teleported into the alternate universe and the game begins with a calm yet upbeat song while we ride our longboard through these huge ass loop-de-loops. From here, the story kind of takes a step back narrative-wise. It's more of a flow with stuff that happens. Like, it gets crazy though, right? Because at first you're just on a longboard going through loop-de-loops. Wow, look at how calm this is. You know, somber, upbeat music in the beginning, and then you're fighting these like twins with big swords, and then their swords just turned into a jet, and your sword turns into a little hoverboard, and it just. But the story is more likely told through metaphors of the characters and bosses. All of these encounters mean something. This game is about love, acceptance, and moving on. It's so satisfying watching the story unfold right in front of your eyes. Sayonara Wild Hearts relies on show don't tell, aside from the beginning of the game and its end. It is a beautiful looking experience, which by the way, I love how this game looks. And I think it's super beneficial to the Simogo team idea. The colors and everything in this game I feel benefits the story that they're trying to tell. And it's so amazing what they're able to do with this style. Like, I am a sucker for colors, okay? And they look amazing. But to jump back to like the premise of the story, there are a lot of creative ideas in this game. It starts out calm, but yet as it goes on, it just gets better and better. The game has a very simple control scheme too. All you use is one action button and then the joystick. That's it. Now, someone might think that it would be pretty boring with a description like that, but add the fast-paced action and also the fact that as the game goes on, they introduce more complexities to the simplistic gameplay. I mean, if that made any sense, but it's so brilliant. Like, you have bikes, you have cars, you have jets, you have boards, you have quick time segments. They're so unique. I mean, not entirely unique. Quick time events aren't unique, but like the way it does it is unique to the game, I would say, you know? After fighting the many bosses and going to these unique places like a forest, a void shaped like hearts, sailing through an ocean on a little sailboat, etc. When you get through all of that, the end holds no punches back. When you get to the end level, Wild Hearts Never Die, you're back on that bike, flooring it at high speeds through this mesh of space-time void shit, while fighting a giant eyeball using cards, and you chase after it, shooting pellets at it, firing arrows, dodging shit. Like, it's intense. And then after those phases, you get to the end and you ride your sword up to the eyeball, jump and plunge your sword right into it, and perfect. It's done. Psych! The cards all pop out and combine into one entity, forming into past bosses and you faced, and going through a little burst montage thing where at the end, instead of evaporating, you give them a little smooch, and then you ride a dragon, and Queen Latifah is like, "Hey yo, find your harmony," and then you smooch the dragon. And then after all of that, in one last longboard segment, you're given this narration.
Not long ago, in a town much like yours, there was a young woman who fell out of love, asleep, away. For years she fell through spirals of sadness and anger until she could not fall any deeper and fell right back into her grave.
To quote Yakko, I don't know what the fuck I just played. And I'm kind of fine with that. I don't know what I played, but I just know it was fantastic. I also know that there's kind of like a deeper meaning to the plot and the cards and everything else, you know? And at first, I really wanted to explain the depths of it all, but I shit you not. I've been sitting here having trouble because I do not think I could do it justice. It's really, really the experience for yourself kind of thing. It's one of those things where you actually obviously have to experience it yourself, but it's for you to figure out, you know? It's for you to try to find the crevices, you know? It's one of those. Psych again! Thought I was done. Nope, I'm gonna talk about the sweet beauty to my ears that is known as the music. Okay, so first thing I want to mention about the music is that it's greatly produced and it fits the game really nicely. You have somber, upbeat moments like the beginning, and then you have just straight up intense, oh, I'm gonna go fast songs and tempos and speeds, and it's, oh, they sound like stars sometimes. Like, that's what I envision sometimes. A neon-like space environment when I hear the soundtrack. The songs, every song in this game, they fit the game super well, or the game fits the music really. Either way, they're a great combination together. Cause in gaming, sometimes you have it where like the entire soundtrack is a masterpiece, but then you got like that one part that just fucking throws a wrench in everything. But Sayonara, the game does a great job at displaying what the music is painting out. They accompany each other like peanut butter and jelly. But I don't like PB&J, so 3 out of 10 sucks ass, my big balls hang. The game's soundtrack is available on streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and you can also get it on vinyl too. Or at least I think you can? Well, I have nothing else to say, really. I mean, go buy this game, please. It's only $13. It's on Steam. It's on the PS4. It's on your iPhone. I can play this beauty of a game while dropping a poop on the toilet. That's how did I not play this sooner? But either way, go play it, please. It's amazing, and you won't regret it at all. Bye.